Greetings, listeners. Welcome back to Serenity Speaks Conversations in Wellness. Today, we embark on the fourth and final chapter of our insightful journey with the incredible Michael Climmer of the Life Dojo, where we explore the profound connection between diet, simple living, and the cultivation of gratitude. In this episode, Michael shares the transformative power of changing his diet for the better, recounting his experience with veganism and the decision to avoid red meat. And join us as we delve into the effects of dietary choices on both physical and spiritual well-being. So whether you're curious about exploring the effects of diet on holistic well-being or seeking inspiration for a more intentional and grateful life, this episode is tailor-made for you. Subscribe, immerse yourself in the wisdom of Michael Climmer, and let the journey toward nourishing both body and spirit begin.
Started to look more into the more natural sides of health, and there's things that can cure us that grow in our garden for things, you know,
and how better than a tablet can.
Better than a tablet, because the compounds of pharmaceuticals come from a plant in the first place. They just synthesize it. They just recreate it and just synthesize it.
So they can create. Synthesizing is that so they can create more. Or mass produce.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But it all starts from the original chemical formula, or whatever you want to call it. It comes from the original cure, which was from a plant. But they've just found a way to turn it into tablet form and make a lot of money off it.
No, absolutely. And that, for me, that's why it's not to say, we can all go around curing ourselves, but I definitely feel that there is a part of, if we look after ourselves, while we're healthy, surely that prevents.
Prevention's better than the cure, isn't it?
If we can be in a place where we know, regular exercise, mentally as well as physically, and have, like you're saying, focus, resilience, understand ourselves, our bodies, how our bodies and minds work, then that gets us to a place of not needing to, overpower the NHS.
Eat simple things. There's people that have cured themselves from cancer from changing their diet around.
Which is powerful.
Very powerful.
I think there's a lot of bad press where people say, there was a girl, wasn't there? There's a documentary, I can't remember her name, who said American girl, said she had cancer, a stage 4 cancer, and that she was curing herself, and she was posting about this and everything through eating well. And it was huge. She got such a huge following. When I think it was the Apple Watch or something like that, they got in contact with her and asked her to do an app with the diet that she's on, because she visibly, for everybody to see, had cured herself of cancer. And it transpired that she didn't have cancer. She had something about, I think personally it was a mental illness where she wanted that attention, that love, adoration.
That's a lot of people on social media these days, unfortunately.
Craving for. But then people start to say, you can't cure yourself with food because of what she'd said. So it kind of makes the reality...
Muddied the waters,
because it's given a bad impression of foods that can heal you, which they can.
They can. They can. And but this is, again, where martial arts, the discipline would come in.
Exactly.
Sticking to that diet.
And keeping it. And understanding that what you're actually trying to achieve... that food actually is supposed to be just our source of energy. And that's it.
Vitality, source of energy and vitality. And we abuse it. We do, unfortunately. I used to eat a lot of sugar. I used a lot of sugar products. I've got a sweet tooth, but then I managed to stop it. And now, the way I look at food now as well is, yes, it's just nourishment.
Exactly.
you know.
I was trying fuel.
Fuel, that's it. Yeah, fuel. Yeah,
for
fuel.
your body.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have treats, but like you say, when you're eating and thinking about this is actually fuel for my body, I think that changes everything.
Yeah, but
you know?
food can still be nice.
Mm-hmm.
You can still make it a pleasurable experience.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be hell.
But you know, if you're gonna go to Greg's, you know, or I don't know.
Like, there's loads of what I can think of. Yeah.
Eat, you know, bars of dairy milk every day and everything.
And
you know,
pizzas and
all the processed rubbish.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's the processed foods, and you know, on the one hand, it's like, well, I can eat all this stuff and I'll be okay. But I've even done that many times because I've got a sweet tooth as well, where for a week I've done it for longer than that. But if you just eat fruit and veg. I'm not a vegan or a vegetarian even, but I'll digest fish better than meat. But if you try that for about a week with no processed foods, you feel so different mentally, emotionally. You can do more, you can focus more, you can concentrate. And it's just basic. It's not even hard.
I did the vegan diet.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, for a couple of years. And there's something, I just always felt there's something missing here. There was something quite missing. So now I kind of flip between vegan sometimes. Yeah. It just depends how I feel.
And what your body actually is asking you for.
Yes. And that's something you got to pay attention to. So like I eat a lot of vegetables, cut down on fruits, maybe once or twice a week, fruits. Meat, I'll eat that 2-3 times a week, maybe. No red meat, just chicken. Because what happened to me was I went to a barbecue. It was last year, and I ate some steak and some beef burgers, and my stomach, because what happened, I do a lot of fasting. Multiple day fasting.
Oh, okay.
So the longest I've done is 3.5 days.
Just like drinking water.
Just water, maybe some black coffee if I need a bit of an energy boost. Yeah, but no food. Yeah.
Wow.
But what you'll find, what happens there is, you're gonna start to feel of what certain foods do to you now. You're getting that sort of inner clarity from your body's telling you. So what I found was that my body was rejecting red meat.
Wow.
It was like literally like an explosion was going off, gas coming from both ends. It was it was horrible. It was horrible. What else was there as well? Other things, peanut butter now. I can't eat that. My body's like, nope, not having that now. So I just keep it simple. Just try and eat as close to the source as possible.
Yeah.
Fruits, vegetables, some meat. Avoid bread. Don't really have rice. But I can kind of get everything that I need from just simple food groups. Eggs occasionally, fish occasionally. I just mix it up. But some days I'll go probably 3 or 4 days with just the vegan diet, as long as I'm getting some protein. And I've got my nutrients from the vegetables, or maybe some fruits, or maybe nuts and things like that. Like, I'm happy. I don't need anything else. And then a couple of days have some chicken, maybe, and then maybe a couple of days after that maybe some fish or something.
That sounds balanced.
Balanced, exactly.
It's, really balanced,
it's balanced. But what I found is when I did the vegan diet, my energy levels were low.
Really,
I felt it was good in terms of spiritually. You feel good because you feel lighter. When you do your meditation, or maybe your breath work, or one of these practices, you definitely feel like you're getting more out of it. But then if you need to be productive, or you need to do a particular task,
you haven't got the energy.
No, you're not quite there where you need to be. So this was just something that I've kind of just figured out myself how to do, and it's working. Juicing as well now and again. I'm actually fasting. I'm actually on a 24th hour fast as we speak now. I've not eaten since, when is it now? Since about 5 o'clock yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that something you kind of get used to? Because as soon as I say to myself, I'm not going to eat, that's a problem, because then I want to eat.
Yeah.
But it's a mental thing, isn't it? It's not really about the hunger.
It's a massive mental thing.
Yeah.
And the way you got to do it is, and this is what I heard. I don't know where I heard it. I heard it somewhere, and the guy said, like, we're not hungry. We're addicted to certain things in the food. Yeah. Whether it be the sugar, whether it be the salt, or maybe could it be the chemicals that they're putting in there, whatever it is. Because if you go back to hunter-gatherer days, food wasn't so available. Yeah. We've got so much choice now. Too much choice.
Everywhere.
I mean, it says one thing as well. You walk into a supermarket and there's the health section. So what's the rest of it then?
Yeah, that's true. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
That is a small section of the supermarket.
And it's when as soon as you walk in. So you get out, because what's going to happen? You're in a big place. You want to explore. Like human nature is to explore. So you put that in first. And people get that out of the way. And it's like, right, what have we got here now? Oh, crisps, chocolate.
That is
whatever.
That is so true. If that's the health section and it's all about food, or what is the rest of the shop?
Yeah, it's just rubbish. And why do you think we're going through a health and sickness epidemic?
Yeah. I was thinking as well that like one of the things our mum used to say, she was born in Jamaica, and she said there were many nights that she would go to bed with an empty stomach. Yeah. And she said she never wanted her children to feel that, going to bed feeling hungry. Yeah. So of course, so if I think about my mum's generation, a lot of the work they were doing was like very manual, kind of physical work. You get up and you are moving around all day. Yeah. But obviously over the last few decades, people's work has become more sedentary, or when you're sitting down more. So we don't need that amount of food, as I would call it, was hard food. So that's like all your vegetables, your potatoes, yams, like heavy food to sustain you through the day. And it was something I was reading the other day, and I thought, oh my gosh, so that said you should actually be going to bed with a bit of hunger in your stomach. Not that you feel hungry, but you shouldn't be going to bed with a full stomach. That's the wrong place to be. Isn't it interesting? So that people tried, because I've heard a lot of people say that, we used to go to bed with an empty stomach, 40s, 50s, 60s, going to bed with an empty stomach. But actually, that's the right thing to be doing. Do you know what I mean? Not starving, but that bit of hunger there.
This I did this meditation course, and this it was by these. I think he was like, you'd call him like a yogi, for example. Yeah. And he said exactly that. He says you always want to be a little bit hungry. Yeah. That's what he told me. You want to be a little bit hungry all the time. Not too much, but you don't want to be full. So what you were saying there about people, they're sat down at desks and they're probably picking at things all day. And it's, when it comes to like losing weight, you want to be moving more than you want to be burning more calories than you're consuming. But when that balance is the other way around, then yes, that's where obesity is gonna creep in.
No, absolutely. It's kind of like saying, so at the moment we've got this idea of eat until you're full. Even so, that thing about on a Sunday where you have your Sunday lunch and you sit there and you undo your belt because you're absolutely bloated and you can't move, and that's supposed to be a good thing. Yeah. But it's really, really not. So food's supposed to give you energy to get up and be able to do what I've eaten now. I can go and do what I've got to do.
Work, exercise, whatever.
Not eat to the point of I need to sleep.
One thing that I learned as well over the years is to just obviously be grateful for what you have, but just live simple. Learn to live simple. Do you really need to go out shopping and have all these things in your cupboards that you throw away.
Yeah.
It's just a waste. Buy what you need. It's going to be there. Don't worry. But that's what happens. People go out and, you know, I look at us. I mean, I'm a trolley watcher. Yeah.
Yeah, the supermarket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking and I'm just thinking.
What's that?
I'm like, how is that going to last you a week? Why do you need all these things? And that's what I learned, just to live. Eating healthy is also eating very simple as well.
It is.
It's eating simple. Like I was telling someone, right, how much that I can spend on food in a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this isn't a joke. This is honest to God true. Yeah. And I'm nourished. Yeah.
And you feel.
And I'm eating like once or twice a day. Yeah. One main meal. Yeah. You know, smaller bits here and there. 20 quid.
Wow.
Easy.
Wow.
Easy.
Yeah.
And that's lasting the weekend as well.
That's
20
amazing.
quid.
Yeah.
Eat simple. Eating healthy is eating simple. And cheap.
Because I've heard that thing where people say, oh, to eat healthy is more expensive, but I'm wondering.
You go to the wrong places.
Yeah.
Go to the Bullring Market.
Exactly.
Honestly,
whole market full of fruit and veg.
£10. You got. If you go after, here's a little tip for people: go after 4 o'clock. It's cheaper.
Yeah.
And they're giving the stuff away.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
True.
And this is why I'm lucky why this place is here, because I can go
Just
down
up the
there.
road. Yeah.
I'm leaving with bags full. Bags.
It's so true. It's so true.
It's just it's not expensive. It's just that you just gotta maybe explore a bit further. Get off your backside and just go to your local market.
Exactly.
You know, driving down, say, like Stratford Road, and you've got some of these Asian shops there. They're doing all these fruit and veg deals there.
That's it. Exactly.
Stop in.
Yeah.
You just pull over and walk in there.
And it looks amazing. Like when you see the variation of food and produce on display. And as I said, it feels like your natural carrots, because I've noticed that as well. Like you can buy a meal, like let's just say you have a ready meal and it's got veg and stuff in it, but then you go and buy the actual veg and you cook it yourself.
Cook it fresh.
The taste is completely.
It's complete. Listen, that meal, that microwave meal, any nutrition went a long time ago.
Yeah.
You just basically just something that's just going to just fill your stomach.
Yeah, that's it.
There's no nutritional benefits of it like whatsoever. Yeah. You can cook cheap. You can eat cheaply and healthily and fresh every single day. You just got to find the right places.
Exactly.
And it's as simple as that. Aldi.
Yeah,
they do brilliant deals there.
Absolutely.
So to me, there's no excuse for it. It's just it's just laziness.
Because you can, like I say, it's like the convenience of having it under one roof. But I remember growing up, this is saying my age, but the local shops up the road, so there was an actual butcher, there was an actual greengrocers, there was an actual fishmonger. Those three things were separate, and they were independent, people having the business. Oh, and the bakery.
The bakery.
So you'd go and buy those things separately, and then I remember the day or the time where they slowly went, and then a supermarket, I think it was a Spar, which has everything in there, very expensive. And it's almost like I can actually pinpoint that time where the independent shops kind of went out the window, because this was our like local place. So your mum would send you up the road, a few sausages, go and get some, potatoes, and she would cook. Whereas now, I think, I'm not saying everybody, but I think the gist of it is most people are going to Burger King or McDonald's for their dinner.
KFC.
Yeah.
I remember when McDonald's was a birthday treat.
Oh, yeah, it was a treat.
It was a birthday treat. It was a one-off.
Yeah, now like, people are demanding this on a regular.
Yeah.
Where I live, there's the you know, the guys on the bikes who deliver the food, all the different companies.
Yeah.
There's a corner where they wait, you know, if the weather's bad. And you would not believe, like, so you see them in the week, fair enough, a Sunday morning, they're there, and then you just see them all go, Sunday morning.
I'm going to tell you even better than that. So there's a McDonald's that's opened like not far from where I live. So I go running in the morning.
Yeah.
They're there weekday mornings, dropping people's like McDonald's breakfast off to them. I see it with my own eyes.
It's amazing.
It's open 24 hours as well. So people now are getting McDonald's delivered to the
house
for breakfast.
For first one, how expensive is that? Number two, it's not, like you said, there's no nutritional value. One off if you're travelling on the way to the airport or something, fair enough, but to have that as a regular thing.
Yeah. I mean, I see the Deliveroo, you know, on the scooters or the bikes or whatever. Yeah, more than ever now. And I remember something that I had this thought years ago. I remember like Uber Eats. I went to Australia in 2016 to 7. I went over New Year because I had a friend who was living over there, so I went to see him. And Uber Eats wasn't out here.
Oh, just over there.
But it was over there, and it was you know, we used to order food from there, and I was thinking, you know, what went through my mind?
What?
I'm thinking, no one's going to go out anymore now. If you can have this restaurant food delivered to your door,
you're not going to
then
venture out.
People are not going to go out.
So true. It's good.
Oh.
Okay, so from today, 2023, December 2023, where would you see Life Dojo in 5 years' time? Or you can just, this time next year.
Well, I mean, I'd be looking to open another place.
Wow.
You know, maybe in Birmingham or on the outskirts. I mean, my long-term goal is I want to open a retreat and an animal sanctuary, but in particular like big cats, because big cats are like my favourite animals. Again, this is something where I actually draw a lot of inspiration from as well.
Wow.
From the animal kingdom as well. I love like lions and tigers and things like that, but you know, but there's also a lot of cruelty that goes on in the world as well. So I'd love to be able to do something where I could, you know, to particular animals that are like, say they're getting abused in circuses or zoos or whatever, and just give them somewhere, you know, where they can live with dignity. So couple that up with like a retreat, so people can interact with the animals as well and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it would be like all the essence of the Life Dojo, but more of a sort of private retreat, coupled with an animal sanctuary as well.
Wow.
So get people to understand that, you know, animals, that we've got that connection to the animal world as well.
100%, yeah.
You know, we're all connected. You know, we're all souls trying to learn and exist. You know, so why not do it together in peace?
Yeah. That's
because there's more to gain from working together than there is against each other.
Yeah, it's separate.
Yeah.
It's separate.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I know we've touched on this as well. Anybody out there listening, thinking, you know, I want to get up and do something, I want to make change, I want to be able to feel relaxed within myself, or more energy, you know, to have that energy, have a good night's sleep.
Yeah. What
would your kind of advice be? Like a tip, or a tip of, if you could, you know, sum that up. You're in a place where you're feeling a bit stuck at the moment. How do you get from being stuck to trying something new or getting yourself back out there?
Just figure out what your passion is in life. Figure out what your passion is. And like I said before, is ask yourself a question. If money was no object, then what would you want to do for the rest of your life? And that will give you a good starting point.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's brilliant advice. I've said that a few times.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
And hopefully, who knows, like 12 months from now, you can come back on and give us an update.
Definitely.
Or even before.
Definitely, of course, yeah.
Yeah, that's the Life Dojo in Digbeth,
yes,
Birmingham.
in Digbeth, yeah. thelifedojo.co.uk.
thelifedojo.co.uk, but I will put the links in there for you.
Yeah.
All right, listen, thank you, Michael.
No problem.
Appreciate
Thank you.
that. Take care.
And you, bye-bye.
Bye.
And that, dear listeners, wraps up another episode of Serenity Speaks, Conversations in Wellness. Don't forget to subscribe, share and spread the serenity. And join us next week as we continue our quest for a balanced and vibrant life. Next week we'll be having a conversation with Mark Smethurst, Director of Time to Float in Staffordshire in the West Midlands, where he'll be giving us the heads up on flotation therapy and so much more. Until then, be kind to yourself and embrace the journey. Thanks for listening.